Why did Britain and France declare war on Germany in September 1939? At first, the French and British tried to persuade Poland to give up Danzig to Hitler just as Czechoslovakia did. But Poland refused. Chamberlain and Daladier realized the appeasement was useless with Hitler. In September 1939, a strategic war was started because each side thought the other wasn't serious about starting a war. But Hitler was definitely serious about the war, and even though France and Britain didn't want a war, they ended up being serious about it. Because Germany was working towards being the most powerful country in Europe and they couldn't accept this. At the end, Hitler didn't care about the fact that Poland wasn't given to him voluntary and he invaded it. In response to this, the British Prime Minister announced on the radio that if Germany didn't withdraw from Poland, then a state of war would exist between them.
I am speaking to you from the Cabinet Room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany. You can imagine what a bitter blow it is to me that all my long struggle to win peace has failed. Yet I cannot believe that there is anything more or anything different that I could have done and that would have been more successful. Up to the very last, it would have been quite possible to have arranged a peaceful and honorable settlement between Germany and Poland. But Hitler would not have it. He had evidently made up his mind to attack Poland whatever happened. And although he now says he put forward reasonable proposals which were rejected by the Poles, that is not a true statement. The proposals were never shown to the Poles, nor to us. And though they were announced in the German broadcast on Thursday night, Hitler did not wait to hear comments on them, but ordered his troops to cross the Polish frontier the next morning. His action shows convincingly that there is no chance of expecting that this man will ever give up his practice of using force to gain his will. He can only be stopped by force. And we and France are today, in fulfillment of our obligations, going to the aid of Poland, who is so bravely resisting this wicked and unprovoked attack upon her people. We have a clear conscience. We have done all that any country could do to establish peace. But a situation in which no word given by Germany's ruler could be trusted, and no people or country could feel itself safe, had become intolerable. And now that we have resolved to finish it, I know that you will all play your
Created using Powtoon.